What is going on, guys? George or Regen here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. If you guys haven't already, please feel free to follow the Twitch. We're trying to grow the community over there. Twitch.tv/Regen Nation. It would mean the absolute world. The link is in the description down below. Much love to the viewers and enjoy the video. Peace. Alright guys, what is going on? George or Regen here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button only if you enjoy the content. Welcome to Regen Nation. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 7 more tips and tricks to win games of Call of Duty Warzone. The first video I made on tips and tricks, 7 tips and tricks for Call of Duty Warzone, got a lot of positive feedback, so I want to make a 7 more tips and tricks video. Now, these tips and tricks, some of them are in-game, some of them are actually outside of the game that will help you win in Call of Duty Warzone. This is not a guarantee or anything like that. These are just tips that I would recommend for you guys to better your chances of getting that dub, or even your first dub. Now, the first tip and trick I'm going to be giving you guys is use a heartbeat sensor. Now, especially if you can get your custom loadout right off the rip, right at the beginning of the game, and you get your heartbeat sensor, a lot of enemies are not going to have ghost. And if you can spot anyone on your heartbeat that doesn't have ghost, especially in close quarters, say you land hospital or quarry or something like that when you're in the buildings, it's going to be a great advantage for beginning of the game. Now, the second tip and trick I would recommend is use Ghost. I'm also going to be explaining what my custom class is in this tip number 2 here. But using Ghost, especially in the end circle, a lot of people like to call in UAVs. And when you have that Ghost perk on, it keeps you off the heartbeat and the UAVs. It's super duper overpowered. And here is a sub tip within tip number 2. Now, in the custom class setting, I'm going to tell you exactly what my custom class is and how to make it even more overpowered. Now, right here I have the HDR sniper. I use monolithic suppressor, 26.9 HDR pro barrel, variable zoom, stock FTAC stalker scout, and 7 round ammunition. Now, secondary here, I run cold-blooded, overkill, and amped. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what my what my attachments are on my second gun. Then I'm going to explain how I get ghost. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. My attachments on this gun are monolithic suppressor. I run this optic sight here. I run rear grip, rubberized grip tape, 60 round ammunition, and Merc foregrip. Now, the reason you don't see ghost on this class is what I do is right off the rip, when I get my loadout, I actually pick my overkill class first. And then I go down. The second loadout I get, either buying it or in the middle of the map when it just lands, is I get a class with my perks, and then my guns from my overkill that I'm already carrying fall on the ground, and I pick them up. So you actually carry the perks of the most recent custom loadout that you get, but your guns fall on the ground so you can repick them up. So run perk 1 and perk 3 the exact same, and use ghost instead of overkill. Now, tip number 3, guys, is go for flags. If you end up going for flags, and flags I mean the marksman contracts, those flags or those contracts will allow you to see the endgame circle. And if you can get ahead of everyone else in the final circle, the biggest thing, guys, is dying through rotations. So you want to be ahead of everyone and be where the circle is going to end up already. Rotations are one of the hardest thing in Warzone, unlike Fortnite, where you can just build and build and build to rotate. This game you need to use natural cover, and sometimes you're not supplied with that. So make sure you go for flag contracts. Tip number 4, guys, is use a gaming headset. Gaming headsets allow you to hear footsteps and pre-aim corners, allowing you to get first shots. First shots are vital in this, especially if you're playing solos, because you don't have any teammates after you die to call out and help you. Now, honestly, it doesn't even need to be an expensive one, just one that you can turn up very loud so you can hear footsteps. I have Astros, I have Turtle Beaches, but I prefer $40 Sony earbuds because I like earbuds more, to be honest. So price doesn't mean quality all the time. Tip number 5, guys, is when playing trios or squads, make sure you're staying together. If you're not staying together, you're not winning games. You need to make sure every single person on your team has a mic. You're all playing as a unit, and you're not playing with randoms. The only time I would recommend playing with randoms or doing a fill is when you're brand new to the game and you're just trying to learn and get things down. But if you're really trying to grind for dubs, make sure you have a dedicated team, make sure everyone has mics, and make sure everyone is on the same page and running together, playing as an absolute unit. This kind of leads to tip number 6, is skill-based matchmaking is a real thing in this game. SBMM, guys, skill-based matchmaking you need to be careful of. Whoever has the least amount of wins the least amount of, the worst kill death ratio and the worst win loss ratio, you guys need to have him as host. The host will actually merge you into lobbies that are not running on your skill level. So you need the worst player, and this may cause some arguments between friends, so be careful about that. But just low-key, just be like, nah bro, you can host. Whoever has the worst stuff, just make sure they are hosting the game, because if they are, you're going to get paired with people that are somewhat on their skill level. Now, tip number 7, guys, is actually outside of the game, but I would strongly recommend it, at least if you're, like, say, above the age of 15, 16. I'm not trying to have 10-year-olds drinking caffeine all day long, but drink coffee or G Fuel or energy drinks. Obviously, don't go overboard and have a heart attack, but 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine is totally okay. I've noticed my reaction time and my awareness when consuming caffeine has been a lot more amplified than when I just get on the game and start playing, so I would strongly recommend that. And that would be the top 7 tips and tricks, top 7 more tips and tricks for Call of Duty Warzone. If you guys did enjoy that video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It would mean a lot. Welcome to Regen Nation, and this is Regen or George signing out. Peace.